Now I'm hungry.
I
Anyways,
know.
good morning and welcome to Girlfriend Minute. I am Shar.
And I'm Pascal.
Sorry. I am, no.
Yeah.
I was
It's
looking for
okay. I
frozen
mean, I don't
pizza
blame you.
earlier and I don't ever
Yeah.
buy it, but there was a commercial. I was like, oh, I wonder if there's
Right,
anything like that in my
exactly.
freezer. The answer
Yes.
is there is not.
No.
How are you today, this evening,
I'm
Pascal?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm tired.
Tired, yes. It's been a long week, I'm sure
It's
for you.
it's been a long week.
Yeah.
It's
Same
been
here.
a very long week. Work is work.
Mhm.
Um, it's exciting to be in the ground floor of building something new, especially like a medical clinic, and everyone's new and everything's new. We are still super busy. Everyone's following. That's great.
Yeah.
It's tedious. It's kind of the same thing.
Mhm.
I enjoy some of my patients. They're like, "Oh, you're here." I'm like, "I'm here. You're here." They're like, "Yeah."
No, that's exciting. I'm
So
I'm sure
that's
they're
fun to
happy to see
see
you.
some of them again, and and whatnot. So
Well, it's
it's
comforting to see a familiar face.
it is. So there's that. There's just crazy life stuff and had to deal
Sure.
with this week. Crazy people in general who
Mm.
should not be allowed
Mhm.
on Messenger and stuff, but whatever.
Shouldn't probably be allowed in near human beings.
Or Facebook friends. Anyway, so
Yeah.
there's that.
Yeah.
And as I told you, my dog is having a little bit of a medical issue tonight, so
Mhm.
I have to call the vet in the morning and take him in.
Yes.
I'm sure he will be pleased with that decision.
Oh, he's gonna be so excited. Is he one that notices the building as soon as you take him over there? Does he know
he
he's going?
he knows he's going.
Yeah.
First of all, the great thing about Malinois is, they can smell crack cocaine up a hooker's butt across an airport.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, it is.
We should
Yeah,
test it out sometime.
yeah.
No, I'm
Uh,
just kidding.
I watch these videos of people's retired working dogs, their mals that were like
Yeah.
drug sniffing tests, and they're like at a playground and they alert, and sure enough, they found like
Oh, holy crap.
yeah, they're like,
Wow.
oh, someone has something hidden here. So
Yeah.
kind of concerning and stuff. But the dog's like, hey, there's some shit in here.
Yeah, exactly.
You might want to take a look.
Yeah.
So, I
No,
mean, now
that's pretty
mine just
cool.
sniffs out steak and stuff.
Yeah. And bacon.
Yeah, and bacon. But
Yes.
yeah, they do know the vet building
Yeah.
because as you start walking to it, they're like, la di da, and they get closer. They're like, you can't make me go.
No, I know.
And
And
he's
they
pretty
do
right
stop.
because he's 80 pounds and he can just stop.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
if I can't budge him, I can't. If he doesn't, he puts on the brakes and he does a great job at it. So,
Yes. Yes.
then I,
Well, hopefully everything's okay tomorrow for you when you take him. So,
yeah, there's only so much I can take. So we'll see
yeah.
how that's going to be and what that's going to cost. So we're
Yeah.
going there tomorrow. The vet doesn't know it yet, but I'll be calling them. So, yeah, that's about it. I think that's enough for the
Yeah.
month.
It's
Oh,
enough
wait,
for
the month
now
is
for the
almost
week.
over.
Oh, it is almost over. I can't believe it already. My gosh, Halloween is right
Yeah,
around the corner.
it is right around the corner.
Yeah, it's
So
getting cold over here now. It's starting to switch. Um, when the sun is out, though, it's still a little bit warm. When you're sitting in your car, it's like hot. So you have to
yeah,
kind of open your windows and stuff, but you get this really nice breeze and everything through it. The only problem with that is this is the time for rhinovirus, which is obviously the common cold, but it's like now everybody's sick. So my poor baby's at home. They're all sick. I am
aw,
coming down with it, I believe, because I feel it today. I
yeah,
feel like my whole body is just tired.
yeah,
So, um, but other than that, the weather here is beautiful. You know, October-ish time. So
yeah. Well, the
pumpkin
Hurricane
season.
Kurt, cooled down a little bit, so that helped.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you
usually
know,
does.
yeah. So
Yeah.
other than that, I
Tomorrow
don't
I'm having
know.
a Halloween party here.
That'll be fun.
That's going to be exciting. I have
Are
a
you
boo
doing a
basket to give
costume
away.
thing or
Yeah, so everybody that comes in here that has a costume gets a free raffle ticket for a chance to win a boo basket or a bottle of wine.
so?
So,
You dress up, I know. You like Halloween,
I
don't
love
you?
Halloween. Yes, I'm gonna be a
So
witch this year.
I've always not been a huge fan of Halloween. Like I like the concept of getting the candy. I'm good
Mhm.
with that. That's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah.
It's the dressing up and people like, oh, look at you. I
Yeah.
hate people looking at me. So even as a little
Ah.
kid, and I always said I don't like the attention. My middle sister would always take me trick or treating, Colette,
Yeah.
and she would dress me up. And my mom participated in dressing, but my middle sister would take me trick or treating.
Uh-huh.
And by the time we got home, I had my whole costume off because there's always clothes underneath. There's like
Sure.
plastic costumes back then. Remember that? They were like, yeah,
Yes.
you tied them. Yeah.
And then
So,
they ripped.
and yeah. So
Oh
by
my
the time we
God.
got home, I had nothing on that I left the house with, but I had a bag full of candy.
Yes.
So to this day, I'm like, I'm not dressing up and participating in that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go spend the money. I have no interest. But yeah, even
Ah.
as a little kid, when I was 3, 4, 5, 6 years old, the costume would be completely off before I got home, and it would be in the bag of candy.
Yeah. Well, if I really, really wanted to go out all out, then I would, spend the money to do that. But most of the things that I pick usually like, I don't like a gypsy, for example. I mean, I already got curly hair. All I got to do is put a bandana thing on. That's about it. And big hoop earrings and I'm done and put
Yep.
makeup on.
Yep.
But so I try to make it where I kind of already have the stuff,
Yep.
where I'm not constantly buying things. But yeah, I love it. I think it's fun to dress up. You get to dress up one time a year and just do whatever you want, not in a bad way, but just have fun.
Yeah.
Just have a good time.
Yeah.
I look
I
forward to
I
it
love
actually.
watching other people dress up and be totally, done up,
Yeah.
but I have no desire to do it myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I love it this year and hopefully we can, continue to do it or
I don't know
maybe
how you
when
can
I
do
get
that when
into
you're
my
living
old
in
age.
Florida. I don't understand that.
I can still do it in Florida.
Well, yeah,
I'll
but
come dressed up to your house. Knock, knock.
yeah.
Who is it? The big bad wolf. No. Yes.
I'm a bah humbug. I don't give out candy anymore since we got the big dog because
Yeah.
he don't like masks and people
No.
dressed up, and it's makes it a long, stressful night
Yeah. Not only
for the
for him,
ones
but for
knocking
you.
on the doors, going, "Oh, I wonder what that is. It sounds big,"
Right?
and just dealing with them, and then trying to get to the door first,
Yeah.
and then trying to get the door open to get the candy out, and he's
Sure.
pissed. Yeah, it just.
Yeah. No, it's too much. I'm not, I mean, I like the candy and everything too, like you. But I think for me, it's more I like to dress up.
Yeah.
It's just fun. It's fun. I like
I
it. I
mean,
have
me,
a
I
great
just
time.
go to the store and buy myself Reese's peanut butter cups and call it a day.
Well, yeah, there you go. There you go. That works too.
I didn't know that when I was little.
Yeah, and well, when you're little, that's a different story.
So yeah, it's the holidays are fast approaching.
They are. I know. I can't believe it. Pretty soon November's here and Thanksgiving and then Christmas and then a new year.
Yeah.
That's nuts. It's nuts.
It
It's
is.
fast. Fast.
It is.
Yes. Enjoy your life
It's too
'cause it's
short.
going quick.
It goes quick.
Goes quick.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's
Yeah.
about it. That's all
Yeah.
I
Same
know.
here.
You
Same
know.
here. Not much else going on, around here. A lot of territorial parking issues, but other
Oh,
than
good
that,
God.
I know.
Well,
It's like,
the hospital next to us flooded, so our parking garage is pretty empty. And
oh
people are
no.
coming in now. They're like, the parking garage is so empty. I'm like, well, the hospital next door used it. It's their parking garage, actually. It's HCA's parking garage. So
Ah,
when I say the hospital flooded, it flooded like 7 to 8 feet.
wow.
And hospitals have basements.
Yes.
That's where the morgue is. That's where their
Yes.
electrical is, their generators, part of the stuff for the kitchen. So they are out of commission. I've never seen so many ambulances from all over the state of Florida evacuating people.
Oh my
A
gosh.
lot of our patients were sent to Port Charlotte,
Oh wow.
which is, not around the corner because Morton
No.
plant was full. They took some, but they were already, hitting capacity. So,
Capacity, yeah.
yeah. So the workers are working 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. So
Yeah,
I
it's
go
gonna
out in
take
the
some
parking
time.
garage and I do a lap or two because I only have a 30-minute lunch. So I inhale
Yeah.
lunch and I do a lap or two just to get out of the building and get some air. And they're brushing their teeth and they're changing their clothes and their hatchbacks are open on their vehicles and they're packed full of their personal items. So they have to be living in there. A lot of porta potties were delivered,
Oh,
lots of big
wow.
trucks, travel trailers in the back.
Sure.
It's quite the undertaking. And so I've talked to a few people that work there. I'm like, so what happened to you? And they're like, well, I'm at Northside now and I don't mind it. No one knows me. There's no drama. I go in, do my job, I leave. I kind of like it, you know.
Right.
I said, how long you guys going to be displaced? And they're like, anywhere from another 4 weeks to 6 months.
Wow, that's a long time.
Rolls of insulation are being delivered. They
Of
have part of the
course.
parking. They have tables set up and grills set up. They're in there cooking, making their meals, and
Wow.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's gonna take some time. I mean, it's not gonna
Yeah,
be overnight, and
no, but it's interesting to
unfortunately, it is what
watch
it is.
what happens in a situation when a hospital floods. This is what happens.
Right. See, people don't know that. People don't see that.
Mm-mm.
Especially people who are not obviously living in Florida. I'm sure you guys see a lot of that on the news, or no, not really.
This is the first time I've known of Largo Med to flood. I've been told it has flooded in the past. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think to this extent.
Mm-hmm.
But my understanding is McKay Creek backed up, which is attached to the intercoastal. My sister used to live on McKay Creek. And, you know, and then it backed up into Taylor Lake. And then there's lakes behind
Ah,
us, and that backed
yes.
up. We'd had a storm before. We had a lot of rain. We're saturated.
Right.
We've had a rainy season. We're saturated. The Gulf isn't going anywhere. So, you know,
Oh,
it just kind of backed all the way up. So here we are.
there you are.
Yeah. So I've
Yeah.
never seen anything like it. It's just wild to kind of watch it happen.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy. I hope,
So
well, they seem, to be doing okay, brushing their teeth and stuff. I'm sure it's not the most essential way to live your life at
it's
this
not
moment right
ideal,
now.
but I'm
No, it's
sure
not
that's
ideal.
something that they're used to doing, kind of traveling
Sure,
contractors.
of
So
course.
kind of
Yeah,
their thing, you
their
know.
thing, yeah.
Mm. So
Well, they gotta get the job done. So what are you
yeah.
gonna do? Yeah,
Oh, nothing. It's just interesting to watch.
it is.
I find
Yeah,
it fascinating,
yeah,
you know. So
it
it's nice
is.
to have less people in the parking garage except for the people living there. So
Yeah. It's like the people under the stairs. You know that
yeah,
movie, The
kind
People
of.
Under the Stairs? The
Kind of.
people in the parking garage.
Yeah, kind of.
Kind
Yeah.
of, yeah.
You know, you're
Yeah.
walking at lunch. I'm like, I smell burgers and
I'll be right there.
yeah, I know. I'm like, I'd like to place
Can
my
you make me
order
one?
on you.
Exactly. I'll pick it up
Yeah.
at 12:20 exactly on the dot. I don't have much time for lunch.
Yeah. Hurry along.
I bet you they'll make you one too if
They
you ask
probably
them.
would if I
Yeah,
asked. Yeah.
I'm
Thought
sure.
about it, but Megan would be like, oh
Yeah.
my God, don't do that. Don't go talk to that
Right,
man.
exactly. I know. I know.
It's a free
Oh, well,
burger. Get on board.
it is. Get over it. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. So it's just interesting to watch what happens when things like that happen, you know. You
Mhm.
never know. I
Mhm.
never knew it flooded.
Yeah.
Apparently it does. And now here you are,
Yeah. Here
you
we
know.
are trying to rebuild everything.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well,
uh,
hopefully they'll get it done sooner than later, but they need their time. Those are coming. Those are coming. I can't wait for them. I'm excited.
they're super cute. So
They are.
anyway,
They are
yeah.
super cute.
So, but that's about it. It's been a
Yeah.
week and a half, and it does feel like a week and a half, and yeah.
Mm. Yeah. Same here. Not much craziness is happening. So yeah. What do you got for us this week?
I just asked a simple question: what's the most surprising thing you've learned about love?
Uh,
So, Pascal,
oh gosh, here we go. I don't think I should answer this question right
I
now.
think you should.
I don't know, to be honest with you. I can take love in many different ways.
Well, we're
Um,
talking in having a relationship with a
like a
significant other,
like a male figure.
boyfriend. You've had boyfriends, so we're going to talk about
Mhm.
boyfriends. I
All
get the
right,
look off your
fine,
face.
fine. I learned
Fine.
that love is hard if it's only one-sided. I've learned that I personally, seem to give out a lot more love than another person or other people that I've, been in a relationship with. Um, I can't really say that it's all been positive, and that's so sad. That is really so sad to say that because it's like you learn to love somebody, and then all of a sudden it's like something happens and that's it, poof, they're gone. But for reasons that they were supposed to be gone. And then I think about myself, I think to myself, and then I'm like, that really wasn't love. I don't think that's love at all, you know? So, and it's
Yeah.
really sad to say. And usually it's only one-sided, but I'm a female, so I'm very emotional. I'm very easy to, I don't even know how to say it. Just a very emotional being. That's it. So
Well, yeah, I'm an
I
emotional
want that.
being.
I
Yeah.
want that. And I think maybe I push it too much.
Well, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I guess push it too much is kind of the right phrasing for that because we want something sincere
Yeah, yeah.
and we are emotional beings. I'm emotional. I may come across tough and I have attitudes about certain things, but I don't watch sad movies. I don't watch movies where animals are hurt, even though I
Right.
know it's not real. It's not for me.
Yeah.
I'm very emotional.
That's
And
funny
when
you
I
said
care
that
for
because
someone, I care for someone. It's
me
sincere. I
too.
don't know how to fake it.
Me too.
I don't know how to
That's
fake it.
that's a good thing and that's my problem at the same time.
Yeah. You know, and it is work,
It is a lot of work.
but it's work on both parties.
Correct. And
So if one party's not working, then you start to question and wonder, and you get that paranoia. It's a vicious
it is.
cycle,
It is. It is.
especially for those of us who analyze things.
Right. And that's why I say it's like so very sad because it's like you seem to want that and hope that the love happens. But if you're the only one giving it and it's not being reciprocated, it's like that's not love. Like, what's the point? So, and
Well,
hence why
it's
all my relationships ended. So,
yeah. So, I will say love is not enough. You can sit there and say it
mm,
to the cows come home. Oh, I love them, whoever them is. That's fine. It doesn't mean it's healthy, doesn't mean it's not toxic, doesn't mean you should be there,
correct.
because love is work. Relationships are work. Love involves sacrifice. It's sacrifice and compromise on both sides. So if one person's
Absolutely.
always doing it and always feel like they're paying the price, the other person's just completely selfish,
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I totally agree. Like,
you know.
and that's why my relationship ended. A lot of the time, it was only them taking, 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 taking. I was
Yeah.
giving, and there you have it. So, but
Yeah.
like you said, that's not love. To me, that's not love. Um, Love has to be a
It's not.
bond.
It has to be
It
a
has to
bond.
be a bond.
It has to be a bond.
Especially when it's a significant other.
It can't be, I'm sick of looking at him. He chews too loud. He breathes too loud. And I say
Exactly.
he because we're female and we both have been in those relationships. So,
Correct.
but that's us. So we're going to talk about that. And, it's when you start saying too many negative things, especially behind their back and stuff, or you're fighting and stuff, it's not healthy. It's not a relationship. You're not doing anything but upsetting yourself
Right. And then there's no
and torturing
point.
yourself. You're not benefiting. There's nothing positive from it,
Well,
you
that's
know.
what I always used to say. Like, I'm the one sitting here being upset about this and that and the other thing while he's just doing his daily
Whatever.
life and doing
Mhm.
whatever he wants. So
Whatever he
why should
wants.
I have to sit here and cry and be upset or be sad or be whatever? Like it's not worth it anymore to me. Um, I stopped that. It's going to be hard for me if I find somebody actually who does want
Yeah.
all of that because I will tell you, I
It's
don't,
hard to let that guard down,
I don't know.
you
I don't know if I'm
know.
going to let it down.
And we're older now, so things that you thought were love when you were younger, it changes. Love does change, relationships change, people change, you grow. If you're
Yes,
not changing, you're not living, you're not experiencing, you're not learning,
exactly.
you're just, if you're not changing, then you bring
You're
nothing
just
to the table
existing.
too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I asked the
So,
question, and someone wrote, it's not always enough. Totally agree.
yes.
It's so easy to say, I love this person.
Well, yeah, they're words. You can say I love you,
Yeah.
and you may feel it a little bit, but your
And they
actions
can
speak
say they
louder.
love you, but your actions
Correct.
speak louder. Your
Correct.
choices speak louder.
Correct.
You know, to be loving means paying attention and listening. It is the work of love. You do have to be heard. I will say
Yes.
from my own personal experience, I put myself in therapy because I felt like I was crazy because anything I said got twisted.
Yeah, of course. Of
I
course it
wasn't being
does.
heard. I wasn't, nothing.
Of course
So,
it does. I've had that. I've had that same thing happen to me too. It's like everything, and then they want to push it on you and make it like your fault.
yeah,
Like, are you listening to what I'm saying to you?
yeah,
Hello?
right.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, when they twist words or yeah, it's sick and just, it doesn't,
And it's a sick cycle, isn't it?
it's very sick. It's very sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you keep participating, that means you need some help too.
Yes. Absolutely.
If reciprocated, it's like a superpower. I agree. If you're on the same page with someone and you both are in love with each other and you both are helping each other and supporting each other and reaching goals together, it is truly a superpower.
Absolutely.
I
It's
think it's
very
far and
strong.
few between, but I do think it's a superpower.
Yeah, it's very strong when you have two people that are on the same page. Two people are on the same page and they care for each other, they're showing their affection to each other, or they're just, showing how their love is to that person, their actions,
Yeah.
you know. Without
Yeah.
that, you could say I love you a billion times. I'm still not going to believe you.
Not necessarily, no. Someone wrote that marriage isn't necessary. That's true.
Yes, that's true. We were just talking about that last night, actually. My sister
Yeah.
was here with one of the guys, and we were making spinach pies and what have you, and he was talking, and I was like, you know what? I just really want to find a guy that I can just commit to
Yeah.
without signing a paper to,
Yeah.
and that's hard. So it's very hard. It's very hard. But I'm okay. I got my girlfriend, so I'm never going to be alone. That's
Yeah.
the best part of it.
Well, sometimes those are the best relationships.
Absolutely.
um, Self-love is a crucial foundation for healthy relationships. That's true too.
Absolutely.
If you're always giving and taking care of everyone else and not taking care of you, well, it's a huge sacrifice to lose yourself.
It is. It
I
is. And
actually
then,
had lunch last week, dinner with a friend, and she has realized that.
oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. You
Good.
know.
Yeah, you have to love yourself. I mean,
Yeah.
loving yourself is very important. And if you're broken, you're never going to bring anything into a relationship before you fix yourself. And then you'll know your worth,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I've learned. I've learned, throughout my relationships, it's like that. Like I know my worth.
Yeah. And this next person, you'd be surprised how many pieces of shit actually are loved.
True. True.
True story, true story.
Yeah, but I got a piece of shit over here.
Pascal.
I don't know who loves him now, but not me.
That loving someone means wanting the best for them, even if it means you won't be together.
That could be, yeah, that's true. You've heard the thing, if I love you, that's what I love you, I'll let you go.
Go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love you, I'll let you go.
One of the most surprising things I've learned about love is that it's not always about grand gestures or fairy tale moments. It's often in the small everyday things, like someone remembering your favorite snack, checking in on you after a tough day, or just sitting with you in silence. Love is much more about consistency, patience, and effort over time than any single romantic event. And that is so true.
That is so true. And I like
That
the
is
word, I like that she or
so
whomever it is, usually she probably. I like the fact that they use the word consistency
yes.
because that
Yes.
matters in a relationship. You
It
have to be
absolutely does.
consistent.
Yep. That we will never fully understand love until we realize you cannot have love without sacrifice. Well, there's a such thing as sacrifice, and there's
Yes,
also a such thing as being used as a doormat.
correct.
So you can call it sacrifice, but at some point, when they realize how much you're willing to sacrifice, you become a doormat.
Well, exactly. So you got to be
Yeah.
careful with that.
It's a fine line, I think, in certain situations.
It is a fine line. It
So,
is.
Then someone else wrote, no, no, no. If giving up things is felt as sacrifice, it'll just fuck up the relationship. Things that get too much in the way would lose their importance without much difficulties based on priorities, or then you just have a compatibility problem.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know about that one.
I don't know about that one either because
Yeah.
it didn't seem to really flow like a
No.
true A to Z thought.
Correct.
um, oh, and then someone put things that gets too much in the way should lose their importance without much difficulties. If you are someone who does not care, yes. So they took their comments, things that gets in the way lose their importance, and then they responded to it. They took out that sentence in the comment and said, if you are with someone who does not care, yes.
Correct. Correct.
This one wrote, it's a choice, not something that just happens.
I like that though.
Is
It
it
is a
though?
choice. Yeah, but it is a choice. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, don't you choose the person who you want to spend the rest of your life with? Like, and based upon love? I mean, and it may not be, or it may not end in like the rest of your life or whatever, but it is a choice. It is a
The
choice.
relationship is a choice.
Yeah.
The relationship is a choice. And you may think it's love until you start dealing with them on a daily basis. And then it may not
Well,
be
and
love.
then, right. And then
But
you
the
grow together.
relationship is a choice. But I think, like, for me, I can be around a guy and they can be like, oh, hey, blah, blah, blah. And guys say stuff to me. They don't care about my situation or not.
Sure.
They're guys. And I'm just like, why are you talking to me? Some of them totally not interested if circumstances were different.
Sure.
Totally not attracted in any which way, shape, or form.
Right.
Totally just don't care what you're saying. I've never been attracted to just anyone. So to say that necessarily love is a choice, no, I don't know. I don't know.
Probably, I don't know. Probably they're thinking like you choose the person that you're going to love in a relationship. And sometimes you do, and like sometimes you don't.
Well, I think there
But
has to be a lot of natural signs there for you to pick
oh,
that.
yeah, of
Maybe
course.
that's,
Of course. Yeah.
but some people I do know just go from one guy to another. Oh, he's the one, I can tell. Well, that's what you said about the last three. I don't know what's
Right? No
different, you
kidding. Oh, yeah. He's it. He's it. He's the one. He's the one to do what?
Um, with children, it really just happens, and I mean parental love. Well, yes,
Yes.
it does till they
We,
hit their teen years, and then you start having questions.
yes, exactly. Well, we were talking about that. Like, I
We
think
were,
that's the most organic form of love on this planet is when a mother
yep,
has a child.
yep.
So, and we're not going to, disown the father or anything, but the mother, because it's more, yeah, well, it's more intimate when it's with
Yeah,
the mother. It's more intimate.
yeah.
So,
Someone wrote, falling in love is easy. Staying in love is hard because you have to continue learning and loving every new version of them throughout the years. Now
that's a good one.
that's a good one. Here's the
Yes.
problem with that though. Not everyone has a new version.
No. Some can stay the version that they are when you met them in their 20s and they will never change. And then there's some of them.
So serious when you said that.
I know, right? That's
Don't
because
know
I've
why.
experienced that
I
shit.
don't know why she's so serious.
No, but seriously, and then even the next version of that person is like, what are you getting next?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, you never know.
No, you never
Sometimes
know.
you kind of have a sneak preview.
Oh, well, yeah.
There's the trailer.
Yes. Yes.
Someone wrote communication is key, and then someone replied communication plus honesty equals a healthy relationship.
Correct.
Well, there's respect and trust.
Yes, respect and trust and honesty. I think you know, I've already discussed this with you so many times that I have a problem with people being dishonest to me. It's happened to me so many times that it's like nowadays every time somebody gives me a compliment, I'm like, oh, get the fuck out of here.
I know, right?
Get out of here with that shit. I'm over that. Get out.
Yeah, we're a little more involved than that.
Exactly. Like, you know, like stop with that. Where
But
did you
it's
pick
nice,
that up?
you know, I think for me, like when I get a compliment from a guy that just is kind of a player or something, I'm just like, you're
Just,
saying that to everyone, and it's not impressive and doesn't do a thing
I'm
for me. If it was,
disgusted by it.
yeah, well, sometimes there is that,
Yeah.
but if it's from someone who's like sincere and isn't hitting on 50 women on Messenger trying to get one of them to go out with you, you know,
Right?
it might give you your heart a little flutter. She's like, oh, thank you, you know,
Yeah.
just a quick little flutter, just little. It might be a TIA. It could be, you might need an ablation to stop the fluttering because that's a nerve thing.
Oh, you might have to go in for an EKG for that one. So, yeah.
Do an echo, see what's going on in there in the plumbing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah, so
No, but
yeah,
you're
know.
right. Yeah.
It's just, you know, that what do you want to watch is the hardest question in the universe and can lead to some Olympic level indecisiveness. And then someone replied to that going, and what's for dinner? And that's so true.
Oh, yes, exactly. Exactly.
Yes, Olympic level indecisiveness.
Oh,
I like that.
Complete.
Yes.
Completely correct.
And someone else wrote that it's not just about the big romantic moments. It's actually built up in small everyday stuff, showing up, being patient, and sticking around when things aren't picture perfect. Yes.
That's
Are you
it.
going to run or are you going to be there?
Exactly.
You going to work through it or are you going to run?
Exactly. And that's a very, very key factor. Some people just shut down and they don't want to deal with it because it gets too hard for them.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just a small smile or a hand squeeze can go a long way, especially after an argument.
Absolutely.
Depends on the argument.
And it depends on the squeeze.
True story.
Yes.
It's not work. For all the stuff people say about marriage being work, it never felt like it. We don't struggle that hard and get on pretty well. Fight maybe 2 times a year. It's not the same huge struggle to love this man. Depends on the man.
She's lucky.
She is lucky.
She got a lucky one. She got a winner chicken dinner one. I need one of those.
Right.
But no, she's lucky. No, at this point in
well,
my,
and then
my
this
life,
is what she types online. The reality is you don't know what goes on behind someone's closed doors.
No, correct.
You know. When you go through something difficult with a person that you love, you come out the other end of it with a new perspective. When your person sticks around despite things getting tough, you love them so much more for it. Well, I think so. You know, they are showing you it doesn't matter. I love you for you, and we'll get through
here
this.
For you.
I'm here for you.
Yeah.
It does.
It makes a difference when somebody's there for you like that. It makes a difference. Yeah. To some people. I mean, I can't say to all people because I mean, I've been there for you know, this one particular guy. I mean, I've been there for him through his thick and thin and everything like that, but it just seems like I don't know where his head is, and that's why I had to let him go because I can't deal with it anymore.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
no, it's
I've been there for you, but you can't
if you're
see
always
that.
trying to figure it out and second guess it,
It's not worth it.
it's not worth
To
it.
me, it's not worth it.
That not everyone is capable of expressing it, even if they feel it. That's true.
Yes, true.
There's that fear. You don't know if you're going to be rejected or not.
Correct. And that's scary.
It's scary.
Yeah,
It can be the most beautiful thing, or it can be the most soul destroying thing.
correct. It can
True.
be both.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Love languages matter like you need to discover. Love languages matter like you need to discover that people express and receive love in different ways, like words of affirmation, acts of service, gifts, quality of time, and physical touch. For me, this is eye-opening. It can change how we connect with and understand each other. So for me, it's always going to be more of the quality of time than anything else. You're giving me your time.
Yes. You're making an effort.
You're making time for me.
Correct.
You're making an effort.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah. And I had that in one of my relationships at the beginning, and where I was like, wow, like this person is awesome, you know? And then I don't know what happened to that. So, and that's why I kind of like would slowly put my guard down, you know,
Yeah.
slowly take a brick down, because he would show me that, you know, oh, don't worry, I don't need to talk to my friends right now. You're more important. You know, I can talk to them later, but I want to spend time with you. I'm going to make time and effort to be with you.
That my
And that was
undivided
great.
attention is on you.
Correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that was great and everything. But then as time went on, it's like, I don't know. I don't know what happened. And I really don't care at this point in time because that's done and over with. But
Yeah.
it's like it still makes you think about it. Still
Yeah.
makes you wonder,
Yeah.
you know, where
That it
was
is
that
never
man?
enough and never will be. Well, love is never enough. There's a
No.
lot of things that go into it.
Yes.
This is not a Disney movie. That it isn't codependency. I think I'm reading a book about that.
Yes,
It's okay to be independent in a relationship. It is.
it is.
I think women are realizing that
You need
nowadays.
to be independent in a relationship at sometimes because, I mean, you can't be stuck all the time and being dependent on the other person to take care of you, you know, even though you try to trust in them to take care of you, but
Yeah.
yeah.
That it hurts a lot. And someone else wrote, I thought he was too good to be true when we dated. 8 years and 2 kids later, I'm shocked that he's still just as incredible as he was when I first met him. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, that's great.
That's great. It doesn't just exist. You have to make it and take care of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's work
It
that you
is work.
cannot even imagine what you're willing to and can do for the sake of it.
That's true. That's very true.
This one's a little long. We're not soulmates, and sometimes we get on each other's nerves, but we can live in comfortable silence in the same room doing our own thing and be content with the plural of our presence. So we know it's forever through the good, mostly through the bad of life, just because of this. The addition of the good is greater than the sum of the annoyance. We've been together 15 years, and this is certainly not by chance. We willed this and worked on it. We never go to bed on an argument. We always respect each other. Love is intentional after so long. It's conscious and unconscious, and it requires a certain meshing of values. What started as passion changed over time, and it took some doing to work through our weaknesses until they were a sore, but not a cancer on the other. Mostly, we knit the threads of our lives until they were entwined tight and left some frayed ends loose where we can lose ourselves in singular. We are not the sum of us. We choose to be ourselves, yet part of a team, hand in hand.
Wow. That's a lot to take in. Some of it I agree with some of that, and
Some I do, some I don't.
some I don't. Yes.
But whatever works for them and keeps them happy.
Well, right. Every relationship is different. So as
Yeah.
long as they're happy and they're working on whatever it is that they need to, and they're getting along just fine. I mean, 15 years so far and going strong, that's pretty good.
Yeah. The type of intensity vary immensely. Intensity can vary widely in the same relationship. That's true.
Yes.
Uh, my level of stupidity sometimes, someone else wrote. That everything is temporary in life. The only question is how long it lasts.
Yeah.
Love may be a natural painkiller.
Interesting.
Hmm. How quickly hate can replace it.
Mm-hmm. My God, that's a good one. I like that one.
No one can love you as much as your mother does.
It's true to
Hmm.
everybody's relationship with their mother, though, is different. So, yeah, but it's
Yes.
true.
When you look for it, you'll never really find it. It comes to you in the most unexpected times.
That's true. It can.
Someone wrote, it's a battlefield, it hurts, and it's +1. It is what I'm feeling, and I want to know what love is. Song?
It's like a song. Love is a battlefield.
Yeah, I think it's lyrics of a song.
I think so.
That it takes many forms.
It does take many forms, of course.
The love can be emotional all the time, but sometimes also physical.
Yeah. Well, that's another form. What kind of form are you going to expect or accept? Excuse me, not expect, accept.
It hurts
That the
sometimes.
physical I won't accept. I'm sorry. The physical stuff, no. That's going to go out the window. Yeah,
Someone wrote, it hurts sometimes. Someone else wrote, not everyone finds it.
correct.
You don't own each other, you respect, which means respect their choices, hobbies, wants, needs, etc. Someone wrote, it's not guaranteed to everyone. It's the comfort of sharing silence too. There's no such thing as the perfect partner.
Right.
Sometimes boring actually means healthy. Does it?
Well, for that person, maybe.
Maybe. Someone wrote, love stinks. How it can grow and change over time. Love does grow and change over time.
It does, definitely. Definitely.
That
Love
it
is
isn't,
hard.
yeah,
It's just simply hard,
that it isn't limited.
right? It's not limited.
To be real love, it has to be two people who are in love, not just one-sided, which we've
We've
discussed, which is
discussed that.
true,
Yeah.
which I think people confuse. There's also being comfortable.
Yeah, correct.
That small things are what matter the most. It's always almost always conditional. You can never take it for granted because it's not. Love is a decision, not a feeling.
We go back to the love decision. So I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence with that. Like I can say that love is a decision, but at the same time, like is it like I don't know, we talked about it
Well,
already, like but
you
is it?
like
I don't
things, you don't like things, so why would you love something and not love something?
right. Yeah.
I mean, do you decide to pursue it or not? I don't know. I mean, I think it's kind of a
It is.
yeah.
It's like it's a gray area. It's not even a
Yeah.
black and white thing. It's just simply a gray
I think
area.
certain things go hand in hand, and I think that love is a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Because trust me, I don't love everyone in this world.
No, nor do you have to.
Yeah, yeah, no, but I'm saying as far as the feeling goes,
Yeah.
out of people that approach you for whatever, and you're just like, yeah, no.
Well, I'll give you an example. And this is not a relationship between me and a man or anything like that, but I would say a relationship between me and my aunt. Okay. So one of my aunts, she's not married. She never had kids. She never had any of that stuff. Not that she wasn't asked, to be married or anything like that, but she just chose to be a more independent and live an independent type of life. And for her, it's like she can only love one person at a time. And I don't know if that kind of makes sense or doesn't make sense to you, but it's like she loves us as her nieces and nephews, okay? But it's like she has her favorites, but the favorites aren't about the love. The love is about who, I guess, is sticking there or by her side or something like that at the moment. And it's like everybody knows that. Like, oh, look at her. Yeah, well, we know she can only love one person at a time, blah, 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 and it's just her. That's just the type of person she is. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's like I know how I am. I know who I like and who I don't like. So for
Yeah.
me, it would have to be a natural attraction to have an interest to see if we would fit or work, and it could be something more. So it's a decision to get to know the person,
Mm-hmm.
but for me, it's a natural feeling. I don't know.
It would have to be. It's a more organic type of feeling. Like when you're with someone and you're spending, um, a couple days during the week with each other, and then a couple days turns into like every day, and then every day turns into more hours of the day and things like that. You you tend to turn just those normal feelings that you have for that person into a love type of feeling. And then from there, it depends on whether it grows into love, like getting married and having kids and doing all of that stuff, love, or getting married and living your life, or not getting married and just being together and committing to just each other.
Hmm.
So, I mean, it could.
Someone said that it is something beyond you. Real love is unconditional.
Real love is unconditional, can be unconditional, yes.
Flaunting relationships on social media will do no good. Keeping it private is a better idea. Well, you don't need everyone in your business, and most
Well,
likely
no.
I mean, I don't know. I put certain pictures on there as memories. I mean, I don't really print every picture I take. I print some still, but
Yeah. No,
you
whatever
know.
happens in your relationship, that's kind of a private
Well,
thing.
there's a
If
difference between airing dirty laundry and
you got
yeah,
it. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That's it. There's a big difference.
Another person wrote that is not enough, which I agree.
Mm-hmm.
It will either flourish you or destroy you. Someone else wrote it doesn't last forever. It doesn't exist for over half of us. Meatloaf would do anything for it except for that.
That's a good one. I like that one. That's right, Meatloaf.
I think I had that CD still.
Yeah, I love Meatloaf. My God.
Right? Love and sex are two different things. Being in love doesn't necessarily mean you'll have a great sex life.
Well, no, that's true too, but I don't think we're talking about sex life. We're just talking about love.
It's beautiful and terrible at the same time. Still looking for it. I'll tell you when I get there. How important is laughter?
Oh,
That's
very
what someone
important.
wrote. It is. It's hard to find and I hate it.
Looks like
That
they
it,
haven't found too
no,
much. Yeah.
probably not. That it changes with every decade.
Yeah, it
Well,
does because
a lot of
listen,
things change every decade.
they
Yeah.
sure do. Yeah, I mean, look at the younger people, younger generation nowadays. It's not about love for them in a relationship. It's about things.
Yeah. That men don't love the way women do.
Well, of course not.
They are not built that way.
No.
And then someone wrote that it hurts more than you expect. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times when it ends. Worth it all the same.
Okay.
That's it. It's quite a bit.
That is quite a bit, but that's good. Like we got a lot of people answering this question. Some same, some in a lot of different ways, which is great.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah. So did you ever answer the question? Let's come back to you.
Did I? I don't remember now.
No, I don't think so.
I thought I kind of did.
Well, you kind of to, landed
Well,
on it slightly.
and it holds true. It's what is the most surprising thing I've learned about love? That it's not enough. It's
Hmm.
that simple. It's not enough for many reasons.
Hmm.
There's
Yeah,
got to be other things involved in it. It's not enough,
absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
it's just that simple for me. Um, yeah, it's just not enough. From experience, it's not enough.
Hmm.
And then when things don't go well, and there's been a lot of hurt and disappointment,
Hmm.
it changes it.
It does change it, yeah.
So no, it doesn't always last, and it doesn't remain, and it is affected by a lot of things, and especially if it's not maintained. And
Yeah.
yeah, love is not enough.
No,
If
definitely
you
not.
think it is, you're only trying to fool yourself. You're not living in the here and now, the real world. You're just trying to tell yourself because it's easier to stay than it is to go.
Right. Well, comfort, like you said earlier, it's
It's,
it's a matter of being comfortable.
it's comfortable. It's easy. Change is
Hmm.
hard.
Of
It's
course it
easy
is.
to just accept and stay, you know.
Yeah, but staying for the wrong reasons, that's not gonna
Well,
enhance that love whatsoever. So,
it's not fair to anyone.
no, not at
It's
all.
not fair to yourself
Yeah, that's number one.
because you don't ever know what you're going to run into in the future. And it's
Mm-hmm.
not fair to the other person that you're not completely honest to that fact and that you don't get to determine anyone's happiness but your own.
Mm-hmm.
So giving ultimatums and all that stuff, none of that's fair. None of it's how you handle an adult relationship. It's like bullying someone to, or blackmailing them. If
Yeah,
you
forcing
don't
them to
do
do
this, or
something.
you do this, or you do that, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
No, they're
No,
making
that's not.
choices. It's their life, and you got to let them
Well, it's
live it.
communication, you
You
got to
know.
talk to each other. And if you want to continue, you have to be able to
Well,
speak with
it's
each other.
sometimes more than communication too.
It
So,
is, yeah.
it is love enough?
No.
No. That's the
Uh-uh.
one thing I've learned about love. It's not enough.
Yeah.
When you're young, you're like, oh, this is forever. You remember we used to write on our book covers somehow,
I
oh,
know.
I love so and so forever. Yeah, no. Forever was about 6 weeks.
All right. And then you move on to the
And
next one.
yeah, you got to change book covers.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. That's why I had Trapper Keepers, so you could just
Right?
slide it in.
Right? So, yeah. So,
Yeah, love is hard. I'm gonna tell you, like I've been in relationship. It's very hard, especially nowadays where some people just don't even care anymore about it. And try to find somebody who's going to, I don't know, stick by you and be by you and be committed to you. It's hell. It's hell. Either
so
that or I'm not reading the right people.
would you rather just go live your life and see what happens than worry about it?
Yes, and I do. I don't worry about it. If it comes organically to me, then so be it. But if it doesn't come, I'm okay with it. I'm all right with it.
Part of your problem might be is you're in Pennsylvania.
Why, there's no love in Pennsylvania?
I don't know. It's Pennsylvania.
Well, I don't know. It's hard in the wintertime to find love, I guess. You can't get out too.
Right. Which is fast approaching for you.
I know. It is. It is fast approaching, but we still are okay right now. Maybe Thanksgiving will be wonderful. Who knows?
right?
Yes. But yeah, no, I'm content. Right now at this point, I think I've had so many eye-opening relationships, and so many, I mean 2 or 3.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
That's it. That's enough. But those relationships have taught me a lot about it, and a lot with being content with myself.
The thing about your relationships, though, too, it's not like they were like some 6-month deal. You
No.
invested years.
Yes. Yes. And that's why I think I'm more content with myself right now, and to do
Oh,
what I
yeah.
want. And if it
Well,
comes organically, like I said, then so be it, it does. But if it doesn't, I'm not worried about it, and I'm not sitting here crying or looking for it either. So,
you've grown up, things have changed,
yeah,
So,
yeah. Things have changed and my priorities have changed. My priorities are
yes.
about myself now.
Yep.
So,
So that
that's
was
it.
this week's question.
Well, that was
That's,
good. Yeah.
you know,
Well, something we got to deal with on a daily basis. Love. Love is love.
do we?
Love is love. What did that lady say? Love is a battlefield. Pat Benatar, right? Love is a battlefield. It
I
is a
thought so. It's like a
battlefield.
song, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like the beginning of Pat Benatar and the ending of something else. I can't remember what that something
I
else
don't
is, but
participate
anyway.
in battlefields.
Nobody likes battlefields.
Right?
Yeah,
They're gory and gruesome, so I'm
they
good.
are. They are. Well, that was great, and thank you guys for participating with us this evening. We appreciate it as usual. Finally, we're back on track with posting. We were having a little bit of Audacity issues, but we got those cleared up, and so hopefully we'll be on track with everything as we go along. If you have anything that you would like to hear, please post it, make a comment, and Shar will get back to you. And if there's anything you want us to talk about, go ahead and send an email, and I'll turn it over to you, and you let them know.
Right?
Let those people know. Let's go.
Let's go. So you can email us at girlfriendminute23@gmail.com. You can find us on Spotify, Amazon, Samsung, Podcast Index, Listen Notes, Apple, Google, Pandora, TuneIn, iHeart, Deezer. We are Facebooking, we are Instagramming, we are TikToking, we are YouTubing, and we are on Patreon.
There you go.
There we go.
All of them.
Oh, I'm going to get a
Everywhere.
tattoo that says it.
Everywhere.
Right? Everywhere.
Oh, man. I'm going to get a tattoo. Maybe I will get a girlfriend minute tattoo.
There you go.
Do you want a girlfriend minute tattoo?
We could get girlfriend minute tattoo. I have a tattoo. You have a few tattoos. I have
I
one
do.
tattoo.
Yeah, I have 2.
You have
But
two?
I would like to get another. I would like to fix the one that I have here on my wrist, and then I would like to get another tattoo over here. So, but a girlfriend minute one would be cute.
There we go.
I
Little
love
mic or
that.
something. You have to have someone draw
Yes.
something up. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. We'll have to think about that and look at that.
Yes.
And then where would we put it?
I don't know.
My tattoo isn't visible to everyone.
Is invisible, yeah.
Yeah, there's some interesting news for you. Everyone's like, where is it? I'm like, can't tell you.
Somewhere over the rainbow. No, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I would put it, to be honest with you. I mean, not that my tattoo is visible, but it's not like, oh my God, here's a whole sleeve coming at you, which is not a big deal. I don't care, to each his own.
Yeah,
But I like to be more, I
subtle.
don't know, subtle with it. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. So
that's
I'm
more
not
my
sure.
style.
I'm not sure. I'll have to think about that. Not
Yeah,
quite sure.
so,
Yeah, I'll
but
figure out.
anyways, we'll have tattoo discussion number 2 next week.
Absolutely. You got it. I'm going to make some drawings.
If we remember between now and then.
Yes.
That's the other part.
Yes.
So,
I'm going to
that
grab
was
some
it.
ideas and send them to you. So,
Okay.
yeah. All right. Well,
Okay.
it's always a pleasure
Always,
over
my dear.
here.
Yes.
Over here on the northern side of life.
Is that what we're calling it?
Yes, this is the northern side of life.
The
So,
northern side of life.
yes, and I'm
It's so
glad we're back
strange.
on track. So,
Me too. It was much needed. It's so strange. We sit here and talk, and I look at you you. Like you just could be right around the corner. And I sit here and I have to
Right?
think, I know you're in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
It is weird,
Technology
isn't
has been a
it?
good thing for certain things.
Absolutely.
This is one
Absolutely.
of them.
Yes.
When it
Yes.
crashes and we can't figure out, not so good.
All right, not so good. But we did figure it out, so we're back on track. Back on track.
Yes, so we're back.
Yes.
No more hurricanes. I had the
No,
discussion today with a couple of patients. It's nice to not be prepping for a hurricane.
exactly. Well, I can't promise
Another
there's no
weekend,
blizzards up here, so
another weekend in a row, 2 weekends in a row with no hurricane prep. It's very
that's
exciting.
awesome. Yes,
Very
that's
exciting.
awesome.
So
Thank
now that
God.
I've put that out there, we'll see what next week brings. But anyways,
When does hurricane season end? Like the end of November?
yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully nothing will happen anymore. So, and if it is, something maybe small and it just stays in the ocean and doesn't come anywhere near anybody's land.
Right. Well, we're
Stay
hopeful,
there.
but that's typically not what a hurricane does.
Yeah, why? We can't block
Every
it
once in a
off
while,
like
you get one going.
can't we have a gate, like a kid's gate? Just block
Yeah.
it
Well, who unlocked the damn gate the last few months?
Exactly. Exactly.
Need to change the locks and have a conversation. So,
No
anyways.
kidding. No kidding.
Oh,
Yeah.
anyways, my dear,
All
it's
right,
been
get
a
some
pleasure as
rest.
always. You too.
Yeah,
You
I
too.
will. We'll
And
talk
you have a good
soon.
rest of your night.
Yep. Till next week.
Till next week. Bye.
Bye.